Well, I'm pleased to say Professor Prof Scherz is one of the two scientists who developed this treatment at the Weizmann Institute of Science. He's there in our studios in New York. Wow, this is truly incredible. How excited are you?
Well, I must say that I'm very excited. I mean, it's the jewel in the crown of many, many years of working, starting with the concept that we developed together with my collaborator, Professor Solomon from the Weizmann Institute, based on experience that I had in photosynthesis, fairly remote field of cancer therapy, where we learned to know that a pigment, a molecule called bacteriochlorophyll, or chlorophyll, that is in bacteria, can do harm when you illuminate it out of the plant milieu or the bacteria milieu.
I'll come back to how you did it in a moment, but in terms of the results, I mean, 49% complete remission, only 6% needed to have their prostate removed. I mean, how surprised were you when that was the sort of data you were getting back?
Well, it is the continuation of, phase 2 and phase 1 clinical trial that already show this indication of very high percentage of cure. In fact, the cure rate is actually higher, but some of the patients did not want to undergo biopsy to prove or to test whether they are tumor-free because they felt okay. So actually the numbers are higher. There was indication for that, but I was surprised by really having minimal, or as Dr. Emberton defined it, practically no side effects, and having the patient so early get home and to normal activity. This is really a big joy.
Yeah,
I would say.
Real game-changing stuff. I mean, why did you think that something from the deep seabed would actually help? I mean, what took you to even consider that?
Well, I have my education in physics and chemistry, and I dealt with photosynthesis and light reactions, photosynthesis, for quite some time. And also generally in science and nature, nature teaches us many things that have been perfected through a million and billions years of evolution. And one of them is get rid of malfunctioning organs. And when you look at the cancer, at the tumor, it is a malfunction organ that you want really to get rid of it as a whole. And so it occurred to us that the means used by nature can be mimicked by this molecule if we will able to get it into the patient blood vessels, the circulation, without actually getting it into the cells. It just circulates in the blood, and just a small correction to what you said in the beginning, it's not injected to the prostate, it's injected IV, as many other drugs. And it circulates in the body for quite short time. And you only illuminate it in the area of the tumor, in the prostate.
With the lasers. Just briefly on this point, why does it attack just the cancer and not the healthy tissue?
Well, the cancer is a very, as I've said, a malfunction organ with a very particular type of blood vessel that are fairly fragile. There is a lot of different materials that go around within the circulation that makes this particular method very effective on the circulation of the cancer and on the cells that comprise the tumor, and therefore it has this kind of selectivity. And there are some other details in the structure of the prostate that helps it.
I haven't got a huge amount of time left, but some pretty important questions to ask you. So let's just rattle through a couple of them. I mean, how quickly do you think it can be wheeled out to become the standard treatment? And what are the implications for other cancers, a similar type of technology, but with other cancers?
The first question, I think it's now at the end of the discussion with the EMA, the European Medicinal Association. Therefore, I hope that within a short time it will be approved not only in Central America, in Israel, but all over the world, a year or less than a year. And right now I'm sitting in New York working at Memorial Sloan Kettering with Jonathan Coleman, Peter Scardino, David Kelson, other people on several other indications, including advances of vaginal cancer, triple-negative breast cancer, cancers of the urinary tract, where we also have strong collaboration with Freddie Hamdi and Richard Bryan from Oxford, as well as with Mark Emberton. So we hope that within the coming years...
Sure. So it could spread across any number of other cancers as well. Very briefly, the depths of the ocean, are there more secrets and medical advances you think somehow it still has to give?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that not only in the depths of the ocean, but in the depths of nature. As I've said, nature developed many, many processes to solve problems that we encounter. We just have to combine it, you know, to get it in the place and to learn from it, and then to try to do our own modifications, chemistry, high-tech, whatever, in order to get it done when we really want it to be done in a very precise manner. And that's what was done by the team led by Mark Emberton from the UK, Azuzi from France, and other people. And lastly, I must make that without the very intimate collaboration of the biotech firm, Steba Biotech, that was right from the beginning.
As always with advances like this, there are so many people who've had small contributions, but yours has been a major contribution, and it's been fascinating talking to you. Thank you so much for joining us here on today's programme. Thank you.